I farmed Mephisto 1000 times. Did I find anything good? Let's find out. And that was all done online on Ladder Season 13. I'm a level 93 Echo Strike Warlock, and this is the gear that I was using at the beginning of the video. Tomb Braver with 3 Ist runes, a helm giving 1 to Warlock skill and some enhanced damage, an amulet giving 10 FCR and a bunch of resists, Spirit Monarch, Enigma, Trang Gloves, Ravenfrost, Gold Wrap, the Sling Ring, and War Traveler. I'm also using a 39 Magic Find Guide, a 13, 17, 10 Annihilus, and a bunch of charms giving me some stats and resists. My mercenary is using an Insight, Treachery, and Andy's Visage. My build is 1 point in Sigil Lethargy, Max Echo Strike, Blade Warp, and Mirrored Blades, with 1 point in everything in Demon, with 20 points in Demonic Mastery to have 3 demons. That brings me to 419 Magic Find. With that being said, let's get into it. On run 30, I found a unique Dragon Shield with a lot of offensive properties, Tiamat's Rebuke, but unfortunately it rolled with the minimum all resist of 25. Then on the next run, 31, Mephisto dropped 2 very good weapons for Amazons, a unique Colossus Crossbow and a unique Short Siege Bow. The unique crossbow is Hellrack, which deals a lot of elemental damages. The unique bow is Witchwild String, chances to cast amplify damage on striking, very high chances of deadly strike, with all resist and 2 open sockets. This bow is a lot more powerful than it seems. On the next run, 32, Mephisto dropped one of the best magic find item in the entire game, a unique Rosset armor, Scolder's Ire. If you are level 99 and you put an Ist rune in there, that can get to 148 magic find. On run 44, Mephisto dropped a very nice unique belt for melee characters, String of Ears, lifesteal with both physical and magic damage reductions. That's very good for hardcore players. On run 53, Mephisto dropped a very good unique Divine Scepter for paladins, Hand of Blessed Light. That's an excellent weapon for the niche Fist of Heaven build. On run 69, I found a unique legend sword that I've never seen before. The first new item of these runs, Dreadfang. That can be pretty good for warlocks, but even better for barbarians because of the very high chances to cast amplify damage. And yes, that's a lot of 3s. Then on run 75, Mephisto dropped the best belt in the game from Magic Find. Yes, Gold Wrap. I already have it, but it's always nice to find. On run 84, I found one of the best gloves in the game for Smiter or Zeal Paladins, Dracul's Grasp. These gloves are amazing for paladins who want to farm the Ubers. It didn't roll very good, but it's still a very nice find. 5 runs later, on run 89, Mephisto dropped the item that gives the highest amount of resist in the entire game, Wizard Spike. 75 all resist gives a total of 300 resist points. That's crazy. On run 93, Mephisto dropped the best boots in the game from Magic Find, Unique Battle Boots, War Traveler. It only rolled with 33 Magic Find out of 50, but it doesn't matter. It's always very cool to find War Travelers. On run 108, Mephisto dropped a unique Executioner Sword with a lot of defensive properties, Sword Guard, and it even rolled with perfect all resist of 20. On run 128, Mephisto dropped the rarest unique Assassin's Weapon in the entire game, Fire Lizard Talon. It rolled with maximum fire resist of 70, but everything else is very low. 5 runs later, on run 133, Mephisto dropped something that I still have not seen this season, a unique jewel, my first facet. What is it going to be? 4-3 cold level up. Unfortunately, that's terrible. On run 141, I found the only weapon in the game that gives a bonus to XP, a unique Elder Staff, Undal's Wisdom, but it rolled with only 2 skills out of 4. On run 150, Mephisto dropped another very nice unique weapon for assassins, Jade Talon. It's nothing crazy, but the bonus to all resist can be very useful. On run 154, Mephisto dropped a very good unique Gothic bow for Amazons, Gold Strike Arc, and it rolled pretty good. If upgraded to a Hydra bow, that becomes one of the most powerful bow in the game. On run 163, Mephisto dropped a very good budget weapon for Echo Strike Warlock, a unique Partisan, Pierre Tombal Coua. The 55 Deadly Strike make this weapon a lot more powerful than it seems, and it's even better F because Echoing Strike does not use durability. That's a very nice find. On run 171, I found another new item for Warlock, a set Demon Head this time, Horizon's Helm. Will I find the entire set in these runs? We will see. On run 180, Mephisto dropped a very good budget low-level armor for melee characters, Skin of the Flayed One. The lifesteal and replenish life make this armor especially good for PvP. 4 runs later, on run 184, Mephisto dropped another new item, a unique Death Mask this time, Hellwarden's Will. This is the only unique helm in the game with both increased attack speed and faster cast rate. On run 193, Mephisto dropped a very good unique belt for melee characters, Verdungo's Hearty Cord. With the faster hit recovery, very high vitality, replenished life and damage reduction, this is especially good for hardcore players. 3 runs later on run 196, I found the helm that gives the highest bonus to all resist in the entire game, Kyra's Guardian, and it rolled pretty high with 66 all res out of 70. On run 202, Mephisto dropped 2 things at once, a set codex and unique boots. The set codex is Horizon's Secret, and the unique boots are Inferno Stride, which can be a very nice budget choice for Hork Barbarians. 2 runs later on run 204, Mephisto dropped one of the most sought after armor in the entire game, Viper Magi, and it rolled with 32 all resist out of 35. This is an amazing find. Then on run 224, Mephisto dropped another very nice unique armor, a unique shroud this time, Ormus Robes. Unfortunately, it rolled pretty low and only with the Inferno skill. On the next run, 225, Mephisto dropped one of the best Amazon weapon in the game, a unique ballista, Buriza. That was one of the most powerful weapons in the game back in Lord of Destruction before patch 1.10. On run 231, I found 2 items, a unique Etten axe and a unique Serpent Skin armor. The unique axe is Rune Master. If it rolled with 5 sockets, you can put 5 Lem runes in there to get 375% gold find. That would be the unique weapon with the highest gold find in the entire game. And the unique armor is Viper Magi, and with 33 all resist this time. On run 246, Mephisto dropped a very powerful budget weapon for Echo Strike Warlock, Oryok's Needle. This is the weapon that I'm using when I'm not doing magic find. The bonus to all skills, relatively high damage and 50% deadly strike make this weapon very strong. On run 269, I found one of the best pairs of unique boots for physical characters, Gore Rider. 30 faster run walk with crushing blow, deadly strike and open wounds. That's very good. On the next run, 270, Mephisto dropped a very powerful crossbow that we found before, Buriza. But wait, a unique Bloodlord in the corner dropped something absolutely crazy. And this is why we have to loot the chest and clear the area after killing Mephisto. Yes, a unique Arcane Staff. This is Mang Song's lesson. Unique Bloodlords are the only monsters in the ranks of Hate level 3 who can drop this item, and it even rolled very good. That's an absolutely crazy find. By the way, only about 8% of my viewers are subscribed to my channel, so if you like these videos, please click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much. 9 runs later on run 279, Mephisto dropped a very good unique armor for Act 2 Mercenaries, Guardian Angel. This is especially good when paired with Kyra's Guardian that we found before. On run 289, Mephisto dropped the best gloves in the game for Sorceress, and now also for Fire Warlocks, Mage Fist. That's a very nice find. On run 311, I found the very niche unique Furry Visor for Barbarians who like to cosplay as a wolf, Wolf Owl, and it rolled with very high on the skills with 566. That's a very interesting item. On run 344, Mephisto dropped the most difficult to find set amulet in the entire game, Tal Rasha Amulet. This is a very good choice for Sorceress until you find the Mares. 2 runs later on run 346, I found the armor that gives the highest amount of physical damage reduction in the entire game with 30%, Shaft Stop. This is a very good budget armor for Act 2 Mercenaries. On run 360, Mephisto dropped 2 things at once, a unique Death Mask and a unique Legend Sword. The unique mask is Blackhorn's Face, which can be very useful against Ubers because of the light absorb, but unfortunately it's F. The unique sword is Dreadfang that we've seen before, and the fact that it's also F makes it even better for Echo Strike Warlocks. On run 374, Mephisto dropped a very good unique totemic mask, Jalal's Mane. This is one of the best helm in the game for druids, especially for the ship-shifting build. On run 387, Mephisto dropped a very good pair of mesh boots for Amazons, Silkweave. The 5 mana after each kill makes it pretty much impossible for Javazons to run out of mana, but unfortunately it's F. On run 428, Mephisto dropped a unique Paladin shield with a very high amount of defense, Alma Negra. I'm not sure what this shield can be used for, but I'm sure it can be used for something. On run 484, Mephisto dropped a very good unique war belt, especially for Amazons, Thunder God's Vigor, and it rolled perfect with 200 enhanced defense. This is very good for Javazons, but the 10 max light resist and 20 light absorb make this belt also very good for any characters who want to clear the Ubers. Then on the next run, 485, I found one of the best weapons in the game from Magic Find, Blade of Alibaba, with 2 Ist runes that can get to 159 Magic Find. The only 2 items that can have a higher amount of Magic Find are Tomb Reaver with 3 Ist runes for up to 170 Magic Find, and the weapon with 6 Ist runes for up to 180 Magic Find. On run 526, Mephisto dropped some very good unique battle gauntlets, Lava Gout. Level 10 enchants, lasts for 6 minutes, and it gives 101% bonus to attack rating, so that's a very good choice if you need an attack rating bonus. 5 rounds later on run 531, Mephisto dropped one of the best weapons in the game for shapeshifting broods. Rib Cracker, but it rolled with the minimum enhanced damage of 200. On run 536, Mephisto dropped something very nice, another unique jewel, a facet. What will this one be? 5/5 fire level up facet. Yes, that's an absolutely crazy find. 5 rounds later on run 541, Mephisto dropped 2 things, Set Demon Hide gloves and a unique battle belt. The set gloves are Horizon's gloves, which is the 3rd piece of the Horizon set that we found in these runs. The battle belt is Snowtlash. That can be a very good budget option for Cold Sorceress. On run 547, Mephisto dropped the best in slot shield for a Nova Sorceress. A unique Grim Shield, Lidless Wall. That's a very nice find. 2 runs later on run 549, Mephisto dropped the best belt in the game for Amazons, Razor Tail. The 33 to piercing attack is very good. On run 583, I found a very nice small charm that I will definitely be using. 7 to magic find. Yes, that's a very cool find. 10 runs later on run 593, Mephisto dropped a very nice set Swirling Crystal for Sorceress, Tall Russia Lidless Eye, but it only rolled 211. Maybe one day I will find the perfect one. On run 600, Mephisto dropped a unique Joe Staff that could be very good for low-level Sorceress or Warlocks, Razor Switch. 30 FCR, very high bonus to life and mana, and a huge 50 all resist. If you start the Nightmare difficulty with this, you are invincible. On run 611, Mephisto dropped 2 things, a unique Shark Tooth armor and a set Russet armor. The unique armor is Tooth Row. The high chances of open wounds make it a very good budget option for PvP. The set armor is Horizon's armor, which is your 4th piece of the Horizon set. On run 625, I found nothing from Mephisto, but the chest behind him dropped a grand charm. 1 to Martial Farts. They both spec Martiaux. On run 642, Mephisto dropped the best javelins in the game for Javazons, Titan's Revenge, and it rolled almost perfect with 9 lifesteal and 199 enhanced damage out of 200. This is an amazing find. On run 691, Mephisto dropped 2 things at once, a unique Mithril Point and a unique Grand Charm, a Guide. The unique weapon is Bloodpack Shard, which can be a pretty good choice for Demon Warlocks, and the Guide rolled 102, 35, 10. That's pretty good. On run 710, Mephisto dropped some very good unique Vampire Bone gloves that we found before. Dracul's Grasp, and it rolled with pretty good lifesteal and life after each kill, but very low enhanced defense and strength. On run 727, I found the best belt in the game for Magic Find for the 2nd time of these runs, Gold Wrap, but this time it rolled with perfect gold find of 80. On the next run, 728, Mephisto dropped 2 things, unique Scarab Shell boots and a unique Grand Crown. The unique boots are Sandstorm Trek, and they rolled with 70 poison resist, and they're Eth, which is even better because it self-repairs. That's a crazy find. And the helm is Crown of Thieves, which can be a very good budget helm for an Act 2 mercenary. Then 2 runs later on run 730, I found something that I've been looking for a very long time. Shaco. Yes! Finally, I can replace my terrible helm. This is an amazing upgrade. So the next thing I did was to use my socket quest in that Shaco and put a perfect topaz in there. And now I'm at 500 magic find flat. That's a very beautiful number. On run 746, Mephisto dropped 3 things, a set Swirling Crystal, unique Assassin's Weapon, and a unique armor. The set weapon is Tall Russia Lidless Eye, but this time it rolled with 122. The unique Assassin's Weapon is Jade Talon, and with pretty bad all resists. And the unique armor is Duriel Shell, which is an amazing budget armor for Act 2 mercenaries. Then on run 775, I found one of the best helm in the game for physical characters, Guillaume's Face, La Face à Tigui. On run 783, Mephisto dropped a unique Elder Staff that we found before, Ondal's Wisdom. That's always nice to find. On run 795, I found some very good unique javelins for Amazons, Thunderstroke. It rolled with pretty good damage, but unfortunately only 3 to javelin skills out of 4. On run 835, I found 3 unique weapons, a unique Ogre Axe, a unique Thresher, and wait for it, a unique Champion Sword. The unique sword is Doombringer. That was one of the best weapons in the game back in Lord of Destruction before the patch 1.10. The unique Ogre Axe is Bonehu, which can be a very good budget weapon for Act 2 mercenaries and Echoing Strike Warlocks. And the unique Thresher is the Reaper's Toll, which is also an amazing choice for Act 2 mercenaries and Echo Strike Warlocks. On run 863, Mephisto dropped a very good unique shield if you need to boost your resists, Moser's Blessed Circle. If you put 2 perfect diamonds or 2 arm runes in there, you can get 63 and 69 all resist respectively. That's really good. On run 869, Mephisto dropped a unique Vampire Fang belt with very uncommon properties. Nosferatu's Coil. This is the only unique non-weapon item in the game that gives both increased attack speed and slow target at the same time. On run 892, Mephisto dropped a very good budget spare for Act 2 mercenaries, Hone Sunden. The 45% chances of crushing blow and the 3 sockets make this weapon a lot more powerful than it seems. On run 903, Mephisto dropped an amazing unique weapon for Sorceress, Escuta's Temper, but unfortunately it rolled with only 2 skills. 6 runs later on run 909, Mephisto dropped a very cool low-level unique skull cap, Tarnhelm, and it rolled with 46 magic find out of 50. This is an excellent helm for a low-level character. On run 917, Mephisto dropped a unique shield with a very high amount of cold absorb, Black Oak Shield. With this shield, you become pretty much immune to cold damage. 3 runs later on run 920, Mephisto dropped some very useful unique Bone Weave boots, Marrowwalk, and it rolled with perfect strength of 20. The Bone Prison and Life Tap charges make these boots very useful against Ubers. On run 923, Mephisto dropped 2 things at the same time, a unique Dusk Shroud and a unique Cedar Bow. The unique Shroud is Ormus Robes again, but this time with 14, 14, 13 and Firewall. That's a pretty good find. And the unique bow is Kuko Shakaku, which is an amazing bow for a low-level Boazon. On run 939, Mephisto dropped a very good unique pelt for shapeshifting druids, Cerebus Bite, but unfortunately it rolled pretty low on the bonus attack ratings and skills. On run 993, Mephisto dropped something very cool, a unique ring. What is it? Yes, Stone of Jordan. Right at the end of these 1000 runs, I find an SOJ. That's absolutely insane. But it's not over yet. On run 995, Mephisto dropped something absolutely amazing again. A unique jewel. What is this facet going to be? 4-5 light level up facet. Finding an SOJ and a 4-5 light level up facet in 3 runs, that's crazy. And that's it. I found amazing drops in these runs and I hope it was fun to watch. My next videos will be 1000 Andariel runs, 24 hours of Travs, and 24 hours of the cow level. I will also be using shards to terrorize the entire game several times and make a loot highlight video. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any uploads. Massive thanks to all the channel members for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for all the support. And thanks to all of you for watching this video until the end. And as always, happy grinding.